If you're stopping in, stay a while. We're waiting for the Cancer new moon. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait until next month because it's definitely not now. You guys could actually look at the same thing I'm looking at, but I'm looking at my computer much larger. But if you were to like get real close to the screen, because if I do that, it's a little weird. Maybe, potentially, not really, I don't know. But anyway, if you're looking at the screen here, Mercury is actually in Cancer right now. Oh, when I search it up, it says it's in, does it say it's in Cancer? Well, welcome to my page. I am Canacia. I am a true sidereal astrologer. I talk about what's happening in the visible sky that we all live under. And I am here to share the truth within astrology. Tropical astrology, it's outdated. It's based on a fixed system and seasons, and we have not been in alignment with the visible sky and nature for 2,000 years. So if you're looking here, I do have both of the sky expressions. So from a sidereal lens, we've got the moon, the sun, and Jupiter in Gemini. So Jupiter just got to Gemini a few weeks ago. But from a tropical lens, this is what it's saying. So this is a false representation of the actual visible sky. If you were to share your birthday, I could tell you exactly what zodiac sign you actually are, if you're interested. Sag sun, Gemini moon, Aries rising. So Aries rising is really Pisces rising. Gemini moon could be Taurus. Sag sun could be Ophiuchus. Interesting placements though. 11/27, you're actually a Scorpio. So not Ophiuchus, you're Scorpio. Scorpio zodiac sign. Definitely look into that and or book a reading with me to learn more about what that means for you. Danica. Hello, Noni. No, mom is. No. Look at that. I can't. Well, your mom could be. When's your mom's birthday? She's probably a Libra. And sometimes the sign that you dislike the most is the sign that you actually are. The sign that they express in relation to what you dislike is often what you're here to code with in truth. So if your mother, Danica, is 11/6, she's actually a Libra. You've got answers to some questions, just in case you've had. Thank you, Noni. Mine is 3/21, but I never felt like a tropical Aries. I've always felt more like a Pisces, period. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Glam. Hello, Creator Jewels. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I heard tropical works for us here in the West. So that I think is also part of the program. We're all under the same dome. And I think what happens with Western astrology is they are using it to program people. Western astrology, with it being on this fixed season, meaning that every single one of these zodiac signs are an even 30 degrees. If we were to consider the size of the actual constellations and how much time it would take for the sun to move through each of those constellations, it's going to be at a different length of time. So already, like right now, we just come out of this Taurus season, which ended on June 19th, better known as Juneteenth. So now we're in Gemini, and then Cancer will start. So everything that you've known about astrology, it's not that it is Western versus Eastern. It's like they have removed some of the information from the context so that you don't know all the truth and that you could stay where you are. Hello, Noni.
Hello, Nancy.
The sky, period, Empress. The sky is the sky.
That part.
Yeah.
Perhaps you're under a different dome than I.
Yeah. But the only reason why, and to answer your text too, Creator Jewels, is like, it's not that it works for us. It's more so like we are continuously are controlled under that system, which works for them, really, for the powers that are collapsing. You know, it's keeping the collective unconscious in an energy that's not supportive for us to evolve. because we're on a spiral and we can't evolve sometimes if we're not even asking ourselves a question when we are quite literally looping or dating the same type of people but in a different body, or maybe you keep attracting and magnetizing jobs that feel out of alignment. You might have friendships, and it could be whether they're girlfriends, whether it's just like an actual partner, your best friends. There's certain things that keep showing up in your life, and you're like, damn, why does this? If you've ever said, why does this keep happening to me? It's in that moment where you can tune into your energy and be like, what is actually happening? And just asking that question alone can help you shift your own timeline.
It definitely will, without a doubt.
You know?
That's putting awareness into your present, like just being presente. You'd be surprised how simple many things can be when it seems very daunting. You know, like we be out here trying to like say praises to all the gods and light all the candles and do all this shit, and we could just seriously just be like, what's happening here?
Hello, Amy. Hello, Mag. Nice to see you. So we will definitely get into a collective reading when we get up to, how many likes would you like, Noni?
Oh my gosh, you're leaving it up to me, girl. You know me. I'd be like, oh my God, all you guys have to do is tap one time and I'll read your
That is
whole
true.
life.
That is so true.
Whatever
Okay,
you need.
we'll do a collective read when we get up to 5K.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I know Noni is jumping out of her seat.
Actually, I'm very tame right now. I'm just
Okay.
taking all your knowledge that you're putting out here. She said, no, my answers stop me from doing that. I am always a work in progress. And I'd be like, but wait, don't they need? And they were like, girl. Kanasia would be like, listen, energy is everything. Remember, let them give you something.
And then you could pour the tea.
And today is a Mercury day. Y'all, listen, you already know. Yappity scap snappy, especially with
Oh
the
my gosh,
squares.
you're right. It is Wednesday.
And I have Mercury. Where?
You have Mercury. Oh, your Mercury, I think, is
My
in
MC.
Scorpio.
I mean, my Mercury's MC. Tired. Girl,
What?
that's because my Jupiter is, what'd I say?
Your Jupiter is in Mars.
In Mars.
Well, your Mars is in Jupiter.
Mars.
You said
My
my Mars is in Jupiter.
What did I just say? I just said my MC is in Mercury, I think. My MC's in Mercury. Okay.
I'm adding that to the note.
Adding that to the note. And yes, I know this is all wrong, y'all. That's the joke.
Your MC is in Mercury. That's what you said?
Yeah. I was like, and my MC's in Mercury. Okay.
It's just the fact that you say it so confidently.
Because I mean it.
I believe you.
Okay, I meant Gemini, y'all, but
My
MC's in Mercury. Okay, clock it. Can you imagine? But the best was the first one because I was like, my Jupiter's in Mars.
It's like,
I was like, wait, my Jupiter's in Mars too.
It's like, wait. And then literally when you say that, we all kind of glitch in the matrix. It's like,
exactly, because they'd be like, wait, is that? No, wait, what did you say? Like, is that even a thing?
Doesn't Mercury rule? Yeah, Mercury rules. The thing is, Noni is not an astrologer. She is absolutely like an oracle, a goddess, a seer of things in the dark, in the nothingness that's actually all that there is and all that there ever will be, okay, technically. So the amount of times I actually share information on astrology,
Really?
Noni will zhuzh it up to turn it into Noni's language.
Yeah. Speak Noni or forever hold your peace. Out here making rules and changing rules. Like, wait. Because Jupiter's in my Mars, okay? And Mercury's in my Gemini. What did I say? Mercury's in my Gemini. Yo. And if I'm not making y'all laugh, I'm not doing my job. I used to say that I was Bumblebee. Like, look, if you can't hear me and read me, I don't understand. Noni is definitely a language. If you're around me enough, you will get to understand that that's just the master plan. It's so hot out here, y'all. I am so weltering.
Thank you for all the taps, y'all. I guess we could start getting into the collective reading.
Alrighty. I'm just gonna set the room. That's alright.
Stop.
Absolutely.
Just stop it, Noni.
Hello, holistic. Wait, what is this name? Holistic Therapist. I like that. holistic
Thank
character.
you. Your girl over here was
I
like,
believe I've seen you in here before, right?
that's Caroline. That's Carolyn. That's
Oh,
my Carolyn.
oh,
Yeah.
you're Carolyn.
Mhm.
Okay, how are you?
Yes, darling. Carolyn also had a reading with the two of us as
Yes.
well. And she can attest if she feels the need to. Tell you all how amazing it was. Or how shitty it was, but you know.
Word, thank you. Yes, you have. Okay, amazing. How have you been since you're reading with us? I'm so
Oh,
curious.
good question. Yeah. Let me tap in real quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Ooh, it's hot. Listen, y'all. It is like I live in a swamp, and it went from 50 degrees, 55 degrees
Gratitude.
to 94 degrees in 2 days. And it's sweltering. So if you see the glisten, the reading was amazing. Gratitude.
Yes, gratitude, gratitude.
All
Gemini
right.
is on the cusp of my sixth house, but I don't have any planets in Gemini.
Your
That's
planets in
probably a good
Mercury.
thing, to be honest. Don't you think, Venusian?
Your Gemini's
To
in
not, because
Mercury.
imagine if you had some planets inside of Gemini in the sixth house, it's giving a little mental.
Because Gemini's in
It's,
Mercury. I can't stop saying it. I'm sorry. That shit's funny as hell.
yeah, like, right? I mean, that's a blessing. That's a blessing, I think. I mean, and no shade to anybody else that actually has placements in Gemini in the sixth house. It doesn't mean that, something's wrong with you either. I'm just saying.
Don't lie to the people. Don't lie to the people. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Gratitude. Yeki, ano, at hawa ng wiki, ano siya, wiki. Gratitude to the Most High. Gratitude to the Most High for mosquitoes, because perhaps if I do that, they won't attack me anymore. Gratitude to my higher self. I love you, I appreciate you. Gratitude to my benevolent higher self. Gratitude to my ancestors, to my guides, to my angels. Gratitude to the message for the collective. Stagnant energy. Some people need to move, start moving around physically and mentally. Like really start clearing things out. If you didn't do your spring cleaning, start now. We have to start shutting off. I'm seeing like a haze over people. Like you have to shed off that extra energy, the extra weight that winter's put on. No need. Some people are in like a grievance stage where they're grieving for many different things. It could be something physical where they've lost people, or lost homes, or lost things that they felt close to, but also just even losing their old self. Oh, I just got the chills. Spirit just wants to know, like, this is par for the course. This is meant for the transition. It's almost like it's part of the dip and the upswing, like, because instead of, you're always traveling up, so you're never really traveling down. So when these things are happening, be in the it's okay to grieve, just don't stay there and turn it into something where your heart stays heavy. Understand and know that this is part of the process so that you can actually move forward to your highest height. Some people are also like faking. They're like fake. They just said faking the funk. Like there's an energy that's false. It's like you're trying to be someone that you're not, and it's weird. It's completely unnecessary, because you're not going to get what you want that way, for sure. And it's an unnatural comfortable space, an unnatural space that you're in. It's putting pressure where there doesn't need to be pressure. You're almost making more of an issue, more of a problem for yourself. Just be who you are. If people can't accept you for who you are, then they don't need to be around you. And this is really a collective energy. There's a lot of people right now feeling the need to like mask up. And I feel the reason why that's happening is because everything else is breaking down around them, and they're very uncomfortable with all the change. This is the change with it. Like, be change with it, meaning be completely fully change. This is the change with it. Like, be change with it, meaning be completely fully to pay attention to, like, oh my God, you're flawed. That's who you are, right? And they rock with it or they don't. The change, all this is new. You got to come in with a newer energy.
Hello, Yema.
Checking. Hola.
Real quick,
Yeah.
was it paused or was it?
No, I don't think so. Hey, Noble. Okay, yes, you're
Are you
paused
moving,
now.
Noni?
You just paused. Now you're moving. I wasn't moving, but you were paused just for a second.
Yes, it was frozen.
Yeah, it was for a second.
Maybe it could be the energy as well. Hang on. But also when you're speaking to Noni,
Yeah,
because you know how it does that when it's like too high frequency.
yeah, yeah.
So I'm
Now on both of y'all. Okay, I'm gonna ground a little bit. I was getting real hot though. I will tell you, I was getting very amped up. P.S. I'm gonna tell you guys that's been happening an awful lot. Like that's been happening for me for years, but it's been happening 10 times more in the past 6 months. So confirmation of the frozen energy mentioned, indeed. And also because the frequencies around us are so heightened, like everything is intensified right now, literally everything. So if you're not matching the frequency, it's going to be very uncomfortable. And in that, that uncomfortable space is really meant for you to pivot. It's not meant for you to stay and wallow and wonder why. It's like, okay, you observe it, now do something different. Doing the same thing is only going to get you the same result. And sometimes, even though that might feel comfortable, greetings, even though it might feel comfortable, it's only going to be comfortable for a short time. That comfort is just something. It's you recognizing something that you've done before. It's not meant for you to stay in that space.
come back, Lindsay. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to push to say hi. I kicked her out.
Lord. Oh, the new moon is in Gemini. Yes.
Yes, Yemas in Gemini and Geminis. I'm gonna stop pushing buttons. I'm trying to say hi to y'all or respond, but it's just kicking people out or because I accidentally invited her up. Anyway, come back, Lindsay. Were you sharing anything else, Snones? Okay, thank you. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you out. I was trying to say hi to you.
It's just important to be honest. Now is really important to be honest and speak your truth, because all of this energy going forward is really the making of your next cycle. Some people cycle out in 7, 3, 5. I mean, it's all part of your own personal cycles. But this particular cycle is going to be a long one. They're telling me 7 to 9. But so whatever it is whatever cycles you're closing and whatever you're building up, just do it with honesty and integrity. Use your intuition to navigate your next steps. But this is really, you're building up a new foundation. So you're like laying down the new foundation of what's to come. I'm just going to pull 3 cards. So Spirit was like, don't be out here doing the most. It's not like.
Okay, so closing, ending, and opening, beginning. Mm-hmm. Closing, ending, and opening, beginning. Notice I didn't say new beginnings.
Look at that. There's the mirror card. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Okay? Oh, opening. Oh, I see. So this is exactly what I was just talking about. Closing cycles, noticing patterns that need to be dealt with, and using your world view. Like this is based on you, how you are being seen in the world, based on values, beliefs, communication. So clear up whatever blockages that need to be cleared up. Like really pay attention to your patterns and yourself and just do the work, y'all. Do the work so that the foundation.
And please stop the screening. I see it fall.
One more card here. All right, here we go. Cleanse and release. Get into the water. I love this card. It came up earlier today too. So both of these are talking about clearing up the blockages and listening to your inner voice, creating a new system for yourself, and being one with your own intuition so your energy is flowing towards what it needs to be. Go to the last card. Last card. Form and functionality is what they're saying. What are you creating that's going to function properly in your life? Like what systems are you using? What tools do you have that's going to be more functional and have like multiple purpose, opposed to just having things and doing things just because either you can or just for whatever. It's really time to start. Jeez. It's really time to start having that firefly. This is wilder than the outside. Look at this. This is surrender and flow. Okay.
Which also this card came out too.
Okay. Yeah. But watch that. So you had the cleanse and release, right?
Lunar energy.
And you have surrender and flow, and on the bottom of the deck,
on the water.
the bottom of the deck is letting it go. So those are literally 3 water cards.
And if I may,
Yeah.
that release in my mind with this new moon in Cancer tropically overlay, it's almost like releasing the identity around that and use the real true coded energy that's there, which is through speaking up.
Wow.
Using your voice. The Mercury is inside of Cancer right now, so it's time to speak the truth of what needs to be healed and cleansed out, so that when we do get to that specific zodiac, we can utilize the energy with truth, with power, with true power, not being pulled by the energy that is projected towards us.
There's your cleanse and release. There's your letting it go. And yes, Oshun is very, very present. This was the next card, the Creatrix card. These are all 4 water cards, y'all. This was the next card underneath. If you go to my last post, there was a ceremony in my honor, and they were playing Ibe Were Were, the song. I also was representing Oshun the other day. Like, Oshun is all around, and I don't really divine with Orisha. I respect them and I honor them, but I don't really tap into them anymore. But Oshun is very present. Oshun is very present. And she was told to be my mother, figure. Her and my father was Obatala. So, but water is very present for sure. And given the energy of the day, I'm not surprised. So let it go, y'all.
Well, it's kind of the energy of the day. It's through Mercury being inside of Cancer. So it's like speaking to your water. Be intentional with the water that you consume today.
Yes, indeed. Carmela, for sure. They do. Everyone to the beach and dive in, or at least covered my head. Yeah, for sure. Any way that you can connect to the water is important. And it's no... I mean, I don't know. Am I surprised? I guess not really, but I kind of am just because she's been in my field for 2 weeks now. Very heavy. So, and I did give her and a few other water deities some love 2 weeks ago. Perhaps that's why. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you, Ocean. Right to the world. I know you're here. I don't do Orishas either, but as she came to my apartment after I made a choice, he left. Yeah, I feel like that Ifa energy, if I may say so, has been ramping up because older structures are falling down. So they're kind of like, no, the fireflies are literally all over me right now. It's crazy. That's also another sign for other things. But yes, that it's kind of like, the older, because they were here before the Christianity thing. They kind of, helped create the Christian belief system. So I'm not surprised that they're in full effect the way they are. I'm thinking that I definitely I wouldn't be surprised if she came to me directly and started talking to me. I used to channel her all the time. For sure. So I'm not surprised.
Maybe it's time for you to tap into that for sure.
Yeah,
your spirit guides know that, you're seeing the sign with the fireflies. They aren't here in your area. Speak on it, please. For they've been in my way as well. Dragonflies. Well, I'm going to speak to it, and then I'm going to do whatever the collective inside of this chart.
Oh, explain the fireflies? Is that what you guys are doing?
I think that's what they're asking.
Oh, okay. Well, so for me, I'm not sure how it represents for you all, but I've been in my initiation for my shamanism. So the firefly is representative of that energy. Like it's kind of if they use a lot of fire symbology to denote that something has been completed and or like the initiation to something else is on en route. So I'm not surprised by it because I'm planning to have more understanding.
To also say fireflies. Simone the other day also mentioned fireflies.
Really,
Yeah.
there's. I mean, well, it's I see now. I'm gonna have to look it up, y'all. But from what I understand, from what I was told by one of my people, is that the fireflies they typically don't attach themselves to people. Like they will fly around you, but they don't come. They don't like they're not like flies, like actual flies that land on you. And so when that happens, they're just being like telling me like, "Hey, girl, you ready, girl?" So when I tell my people that this is what's happening, they're probably just gonna be like, "Oh yeah, it's time. Blah 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 is about to happen," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay." So from what I understand, and I will get a better understanding and let you guys know, that is what it means. But I know that because of where I live. Every summer they're here. Some people never see them. I see them all the time.
I would only see them when I would go down to Maryland.
The way I've been playing with fire lately, yo, listen, fire has been a thing. I mean, I am all fire for sure, but that's yeah. I don't know. All I'm saying is I am in agreement. Me and fire this is our time. Like it's summertime, we're outside, we're throwing logs on the fire and we're getting it. So Pittsburgh and now Kentucky. Oh,
Mexico?
oh,
Yo soy en México también. Ignore my Spanish. Mi español no es muy bueno. Pero yo vivo en México.
there you go. There you go. Yo, people.
It is about to rain here. I think it's about to thunder. But anyway, are you feeling complete?
Look at that. Not the sun shining when you're saying it, though.
I heard thunder when I said that.
Do you see the light coming in? First of all,
Oh yeah, I just saw it coming in. Hello, Enchantress. Oh, welcome, girl. Wowzers. Okay, I'm about to share the Goddess Gang, period.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. Are you going to name your travel group that? The Global Goddess Gang. Ooh.
Yeah, that gives. Come on, 11.11 people things. And appreciate you. 13 people.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I love that. Ooh, thanks for the follow. Noni, gratitude for your channeling, period.
Oh, my pleasure.
All right, so let's get into the chart. So today, as y'all know, it is a new moon, but it is not in Cancer. It is in Gemini, where we have both the moon, the sun, and Jupiter all inside of Gemini. With the moon, it's illuminating where we may have a disconnect within our communication. It's shining a light on where we may have felt like we couldn't use our voice. Maybe if you are somebody who deals with different things in relation to your mind as well, it's super important for you to kind of tune into that energy for yourself. With the sun there, it's going to be shining a light on communication. So also be mindful of how you are speaking to yourself as well as others as you're navigating through this specific time. With Jupiter being here, it's expanding, and this is going to be for the whole next year. So in relation to communication, where you've wanted to show up, maybe write those books, poetry, get into coding essentially for yourself to like move through the energy so that you're not feeling stuck and kind of depressed in that type of energy. With Gemini, it's really not two-faced. It's really having to adapt to its environment all the time. And if you're someone, let's say you have Cancer placements with planets actually in it, because everyone has Cancer placements in a specific sign that feels a little bit more as though your emotions are constantly needing to flow around to, let's say, your family or your environment, and that plays a role in how you feel safe. Check in with yourself and see where maybe you're trying to recognize patterns in order for your nervous system to feel regulated. So often people are talking about my anxiety this and my ADHD, identifying with those things instead of seeing where maybe there needs to be a check to get your system in a safe space that's not trying to adapt to its environment, but you move with the environment based on what you actually feel is comfortable for you. Make sure you're not sacrificing your own nervous system for the sake of others. When it comes to Mercury being inside of Cancer, this is being very mindful of how you are communicating, not only with your family, but with yourself, as well as where you're feeling safety. What foundations do you want to actually communicate for yourself to move through even like your spiritual path, through your journey, with what choices you want to be making for later. When it comes to Cancer as well, it is connected to our ancestral line. So the energy that Noni was speaking to is a theme definitely for this day, where if your ancestral line was not able to communicate and share and speak, how can you recode those things now, using the water to do so, to reactivate your cells? We have Mars energy that is inside of Leo. We also have the South Node that just moved to Leo, and I did not see that before, and it's retrograde. Okay, so
Not oof. Not what? Anything but oof.
I know I shouldn't have said that, but for real, the kitty's born today. Okay, so with Mars being inside of Leo, this is like you all need to take action on your creativity. You all need to start, and I'm speaking to myself, so this is really, it's all for me, okay? You need to take out the pen, the pencils, the paint, the piano, the toys, whatever it is that you like to do that is fun, where your inner child gets to express itself. It's so important for you to do that. At the same time, with the South Node being inside of Leo, it is in relation to like maybe also checking your ego. Where are you desiring or feeling as though you need the applause because that is what gives you energy to move forward instead of taking the action yourself when you have that creative spark? How are you leading yourself forward? Where are you also paying attention to all of the things that you already achieved? Give yourself the applause, not wait for the applause of others in order to move and navigate and do something different. It is about you standing out in your power, but also checking the ego. The North Node is still at the edge of Pisces, and then it's going to move through Aquarius, and this can be where we see some confusion with the tropical astrology, because they're saying that Pluto is in Aquarius, where at that time when everyone was saying Pluto was in Aquarius, Saturn was actually the sign that was in Aquarius, and now we have the North Node, which is other energy that is kind of forcing us to move forward as a collective together, to be in communion and in our individuality. And with technology, it's like the overlay be overlaying, and this is why it's really confusing, but it is about you being in your highest expression. You need to be the creator that you are, which didn't you pull the creatrix?
I did.
Earlier. You pulled it in?
Yep.
Okay, so that creator energy, that is the spark, literally, with Mars being there, it likes to take action, right? And sometimes it could be aggressive and very bold. And Leo, some people want to say that it is the leader of all the zodiacs, but I'm not trying to fight anybody on here. It's a leadership energy, very creative, it's very passionate, it's very expressive. But if we as a collective are also dimming our light in order to exist and flow within society so that we stay under the radar, it's not authentic. You being authentic is what awakens other people, okay? And then the Speak Up card had also come out. This is that Mercury that's in Cancer. We also have Venus in Aries. This is discipline to the heart. Where are your values? Where are you also needing to find balance in between the masculine energy and the feminine energy? When it comes to thinking about how even we just come out of Taurus, all of the things that you've learned from the previous season, which was about grounding and creating a plan for your future, what are the lessons that you learned? Now through Gemini, we need to start putting the things that we've learned into action so that we can get prepared and get ready to go back into a new cycle with Cancer to initiate something new. Right now, we've been in this cycle since April 21st of our consciousness, our mind. How are we navigating through all of the shifts and the changes that we are literally experiencing? All of this, I think people are talking about Uranus is moving into Gemini, and when that happens, there's WAR. That's not true. They're even talking about the changing of the financial systems, but this is literally because Uranus is in Taurus, and it has been in Taurus, and it will be in Taurus until 2032. Yes?
Okay, that was my question, because isn't that the financial situation? That's like 7 years out, y'all. Like it's they're putting the rules together now. It's 7 years, right?
That's if, because I've looked this up a long time ago when people started talking about Uranus, but Uranus is in Taurus until 2032.
Where we at? Yeah, that's 7 years. Okay,
7 years.
Boom. So this is what I'm saying. Hey, Cece, I love you. So that's the thing. Like it's all yes, but the thing is, the panic that people are in. It's like, yo, pipe down. We already know how cuckoo choo choo these people are. Don't feed the machine. Don't give them your energy.
Feed the machine.
Observe it. I'm not saying be delusional and be like, oh, it's not happening. It might fall on our land. No, it's fucking happening. Yeah. But don't feed it, and don't be
not the way you think
about it, because that's what they're hoping to. Remember, it's all energy, y'all. It's all energy. They could tell you anything, or you can be told anything from anybody. You can give them whatever energy you want. If they're telling you bad news, just be like, damn, I hope that works out for you. All right, bet. I hear you. I see you. And move accordingly. Plan now so that in the next 7 years, you ain't struggling and worried about the shit. Is that going to affect you immediately? Yes, to some degree. But not in the way in which they're telling you, and that you allow that. You understand? So, like, let's just all, it's not about let's all love and light and kumbaya. No, I'm not saying all that. I'm saying stay in your lane, keep going, keep your head down, focus on what you have to do, move through the BS the best way you can, and don't give them all your energy. Don't be up in arms and be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah.
That's not even giving Cancer. And that's what everybody's doing right now. And also, I think I almost lost my thought. I have an offer that I am going to release where you could actually understand and learn more about your money wounds, so that these cycles are not playing a role in what you get to create moving forward. The thing is, I remember what I was going to say too, is Noni, myself, and Simone, we were looking over the alignment of the United States, WW2, and the July 9th date that everyone keeps talking about.
Oh, yeah.
And let's just say that there's a lot of patterns in that, and the way that people are communicating about that specific day. If you are feeling as though your emotions are kind of getting toiled with, where you're in fear, where you are scared on what the heck to do, pull your energy back. Because when people are speaking in a way that makes you feel frazzled, it's
no bueno. No. Okay. Say that. Please.
I don't even know what I said, but I know I said distortion. Okay. When people are pulling your energy, it is distortion.
When they're making you feel uncomfortable in a way that is like confusion, or if you're feeling like panic, anxiety,
down too.
That is a no-no. That's no. That's an automatic no. It doesn't matter what they're talking about. It don't matter what they could be talking about, the worst case scenarios. If they're making you feel unempowered, if they're making you feel confused, if they're making you feel panic, that is no bueno.
That's distortion.
That's distortion. You are compassionate beings by nature. you're going to feel something. But if you can't discern your own energy and how you want to respond and take it away like, oh dag, that was damn. Okay, all right, bet. Now you can decide how you want to feel about it. But if they're like, it's happening, just, oh god, no good.
Like that's the point. Like this feeding, immediately when you did that, it reminded me of this social media. Gemini's energy is all related to social media. It's related to the news. It's related to the stories that we're being told. It's related to where we have history that has been hidden or shifted and changed in order to have people adapting to that narrative. Think about it. The news, they're never ever winning stories.
That part.
Okay? And even the media is literally controlling the narrative. And if you get so many people to repeat the same thing over and over and over and over, and when you have any of your energy being distracted and having to move with what they're being told, that in itself unconsciously putting energy into their timeline. And that's where tropical astrology sometimes is keeping people in the collective unconscious, because so many people are saying, the moon is here, 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 the moon is here. And now everybody believes that the moon, I mean, look at us. We almost started dancing, right?
Girl, I was getting into it. Wait a minute.
It is the rhythm and the frequency that we are putting into an energy that can shift the timeline, but the timeline doesn't have to be what everybody else is telling us is the timeline. Even what I'm saying, use your discernment. I could be lying about everything that I'm looking at right now.
Facts on snacks.
That's up to you to decide. For me, the way my algorithm works, where what did I send to y'all today? I'm like, wow, not TikTok telling me that I got double the visibility, and it's literally still less than 0.1%. Okay, so I show up to share the truth, even though it goes the grain. Okay, because what I'm here to do is work with God and share the truth.
That part.
No matter what.
I just want to piggyback on what you said and how to discern what the truth is for you. How does it make you feel?
Yep, in your body.
How does it make you feel in your body? As soon as you hear something, how does it make you feel? What does it make you think? Where are you going to go check, double check, triple check, quadruple check? First check is self.
Yep.
Second check, maybe your bestie. Call them up like, yo, bro, hey, what's up, sis? Hey, question. You heard about so-and-so? Get a feel, get a mirror. Talk in the mirror. That's the first card we pulled. Talk in the mirror. Get a gauge on your own world. How is it moving within you?
Which was the rising sign of the chart I was reading. You see it right there? Libra is the rising sign that I have for this chart, which is the mirror. Libra is the mirror.
Then go to your own divination. Check in with God. Like, hey. Okay? Then go to another human source that's possibly saying the same thing. But be your own guide first. Please, be your own guide first. Take time. The message will come to you the way it needs to. And I promise you, if it's important enough for you to ask the question or challenge what's happening, it's definitely important enough to wait for the answer instead of going out and trying to get spoon-fed some shit that's going to make you feel this. So now you flip-flopping, slap, because they flip-flopping and they don't know what the hell's going on.
So fast. And it's
like, oh, jumping on that one. Oh, she said that because I'm good.
Which actually, as you're speaking about that too, what I'm feeling into is why I probably resist a lot of trends, because if you think about it on this specific app, trends are trendy. And when you are using your own energy, the information that's coming to you is not going to be the regurgitated energy that everybody else is talking about. If you go on these platforms and everybody is saying the same thing, that is distortion. That is the psyop of it all.
Trendy. Try, end. You try it and it's going to be ending. It's in the word, y'all. Even though the letters are flipped, it's still in the word. try and end. You don't need to try something in order for it to, it's going to end anyway. You could try it if you want to, but just know that it's not meant to last. You know, it's not something that's stable.
It's not.
Rooted and grounded.
And feeling pressured to follow the trend or listen to the information. It's like, even with all of these new moons and the full moons, it's just like they come around so often. And every single day is also an opportunity for you to have a house in your birth chart to be illuminated with information to help you clear. Just because we're in the new moon and the full moon doesn't mean that's the only time to pay attention to your own cycles. The way that Noni and myself and, you know, our community of people, we're moving through shit literally every single day.
Sometimes hourly. Trust me when I tell you, we be out here. Like, Look, Ramu will tell you that he studied the damn sign, just niggas out there.
Ramu
just
said,
looking at it every day.
The sun rising and setting every day for like 3 years.
3 solid years every day.
This is a practice. Following your own intuition is a practice, because it is what happens with the trends and just the energy of everyone on social media telling their narrative. When you feel like, oh my gosh, I got to jump on this and put my 2 cents into it, take a sacred pause.
Let's go. Take
a sacred pause, because maybe that information.
You don't need to say nothing.
It's nothing.
Let's go. That is the real. I learned that a long time ago, but that is one of the greatest lessons I've ever learned. Feeling like I had to speak on everything that was going on. Like, oh, I just got that. Blah, 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 blah. I had to stop and think, like, by the time I say something, I don't even care about it no more. And neither do anybody else.
Period. And that's the thing. And I noticed this actually with myself when it comes to my work, because I'm working through things. Like, I was using, for example, Noni and Simone as people to look at their charts to create this offer. But I was doing it for myself because I did work back in February creating this offer, but then I let it go. Because it was like, okay, I got what I needed out of this. And then it was like Pisces season. And then Pisces was Pisceing, okay? For like 2 months straight. And then in May, the same energy was showing up, where it was like my values, my money, my worth, and my success, and all these things. And it was like, what is coming up with that? My roots were showing up. Then next thing you know, we're in a reading and we're seeing more clarity around what has been clouding my own energy. And then I was doing this work with Noni and Simone and clearing it up for all 3 of us, because my ass, I create 10 of the same thing. It's ridiculous. So I basically needed to go over my whole entire design project to figure out what the fuck I did. Then I made a whole landing page to share with y'all, and I never shared it. Because, you know, I was in my own stuff, and I was like, well, got what I needed out of it, but there's other people that could benefit from it. And the point is allowing the energy to integrate before you move forward.
That's a fact on facts on Snap.
I do not like to create an email to send to people based on the new moon and the full moon until something is integrated in my own system that I could speak to. Because to show up just to talk and be seen is not in alignment with me.
A lot of people do that on social media. That energy, unfortunately, you guys, that's a very narky energy. Because you're doing it for likes, you're doing it for attention, you're not being still and actually absorbing the information so that you can embody it. And then have the story to talk about it. And perhaps it's not that information that you need, it's something that came out of it that needs to be stated. And when you're out here too, you got to remember, being on social media, what you put out there is on record, not just for the people, but for the people. Okay, this is Bible. I mean, call it what you want, but you're being this is your shits. I don't care who you're talking about in your holy moly at night. It's not about you praying to this one and that one. The point is, you have to be accountable for the things that you say. Because if somebody gets on your page and they're listening to you say something, and they make a decision based on what you're saying, you are held accountable. I don't care what God you talk to. It's a
Or
universal
the
law.
astrologer either.
Yeah, it's a universal law. So just be careful with what you're saying. Embody the information, because you may only need that for you so that you can present a new type of information.
Exactly.
I'm telling you from
Exactly.
experience, for
Yep,
real.
same. I only share things when I see that there is a pattern of energy. A lot of times, if I am scrolling on any of these apps, I'm going to save the information and collect it and let something else come through before I'm ever going to speak on it, because it's pattern recognition, and that is what astrology is, but also paying attention to where there might be distortion in the thing. Because, mind you, I might not even be listening to anybody's video for the whole time. I'll do my best. It depends on how long they take to speak on things, because my Gemini mind is just very much like, get to the point, right? Even me, get to the fucking point, Canacia. The point that I have here is that the information that comes to you, as you integrate it and you share it, the impact that you would have from actually allowing the information to sit in your system will completely shift timelines in a completely different way. As Carmela said, listen and not absorb. Once,
Yes.
like,
Sorry. I just wanted to, I actually have to leave. I have a 6:30 meeting.
gosh, when did they get to be 5:13?
Yeah.
5:30.
But I do want to invite anybody here that if you do end up getting or wanting a reading from the two of us, that you can, if you decide to pay now on live, I should say, because it's a very different price on live than it is.
Yeah, that's true. We could,
We
what do
will honor the price, is what I'm saying.
typically when we are on live, it's not every single time, but definitely I have a code that you guys can use in order to receive a discount on your reading. Mind your energy, mind your thoughts, mind your words, your actions, your emotions, your really everything. Mind it all. Like when July 9th comes up, which that is a tropical, that was tropical. Let me think, because I have this software that allows me to check dates of stuff, but it keeps only pulling up tropical alignment. So then I have to go and find the same alignment through Sidereal, and it's not always exact, which is really messing me up because it's not making things easy here. But basically, the things that people are talking about in relation to this WAR and the changing of the financial system, this is literally because both the United States, the December 8th, 1941, the WW2, and July 9th, in this current time, these all have Uranus in Taurus energy in the 6th house. They also all have Jupiter energy in the 7th house, but Jupiter of WW2 was actually in Taurus. But ours in the United States is, I mean, the transit is for the United States, but this alignment is returning. Get my point? And then also the sun is returning to the position of the sun for the US. Get what I'm saying here? So I don't even trust the July 9th date, because that, oh my gosh, I think it just clicked. And then the south node is going to be over the north node, which was the north node was in Leo for WW2. It's really interesting stuff. Even the sun being on top of the USA sun, where it is making that transit, it's in the 8th house of transformation, death, and rebirth. Even Pluto, right now, the way that we're experiencing it is Pluto is in Capricorn in the 2nd house, which also has to do with your finances and your money and your worth. So in your values, and even for WW2, it has Venus over Pluto. And Pluto is also in retrograde, and Pluto will be in retrograde that day too. So do you see what I'm saying? The south node and the north node are going to be sitting on top of each other inside of these transits. Everything that I'm saying, I don't know what I don't know. and I'm not going to project that I do know. What I'm saying is that there are some patterns that are very obvious, but it's not the way that you're seeing it and how it's being projected in the sky. And also, that is why, remember when we were talking about it, Noni, I was like, it's not sitting right in my spirit.
Yes, it's beautiful.
I was like, maybe it's a few days before, which it could be a few days before, or it could be a few days after, where they're distracting you from
Yeah,
when they're actually going to do something.
because they always do, y'all.
They always do.
It ain't never like on the day or even the
It's
damn year.
never,
Because
never.
listen, let me tell y'all something. I don't care how bad you are, how much they are, you want to protest and blah 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 blah. I don't know nobody who wants to like your human is gonna try and protect itself and stay alive. So yeah, you're gonna make some bad decisions for sure. And I'm not saying that the US does not have karma coming. Karma's already here. It's been here. We've been in our
Karma
karma.
is okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to show up like BOMBS is at our door. Because if you think of like, look, there's also other forces. We are beyond that. We are beyond the tipping point. This is all we're doing right now is anchoring in the light in order to sustain and to bring down what's already happened up there. There is no WAR going on up there.
No,
I don't care who,
what
and
happened?
there's a lot of people. I gotta say this too.
Speak on it, sis. Speak on it.
Because listen, now I'm gonna say this first. I'm gonna give this caveat.
Hi, Simone.
Hi, Simone. Simone. What's your name? Mamie?
Simone calls me Kanesi.
Macy?
Oh, and
Kanoni.
Kanoni. Yeah, I think it's
Kanoni. Kanoni and Simone. I'm gonna give this caveat and then I'm gonna let y'all.
Nah, you good. You good. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I have not peeked in. Like I see. All right, so let me just do it.
Like, don't talk about it. Be about it.
Yeah, because I was just gonna say, like, I haven't double, triple checked about what's going on, but I already know what's going on because, oh shit, I knew about what was happening 2 years ago. And by the way, happy anniversary.
I know. Oh my goodness. Is today the day?
I don't know if it's today the actual. Wait, it was. Well, yeah, it might have been. I don't know if it was on her actual
Let me
birthday
go look at the email. But
because her
I know
actual birthday was yesterday, but it's definitely within this week. So
Okay.
2 years, like a year ago, I'll say even, yeah, a year ago, 2 years ago, I was up in here. I saw what I saw. I knew what I knew. There was no pew pew and a pew pew and a pew. Now that doesn't mean that I know everything. That doesn't mean that my guides be telling me everything. That's not it. Because the way that I'm designed, I am only allowed to see certain things because I can create a lot of things with this situation. If I know certain things, I will project it and it will be not happy for no people. So, okay? So, but at the same time,
Yes.
what I'm saying, I love you, Simone. I've been thinking about you all day. So, what I want to say is this. There's a lot of folks who do look up here, okay? They have their guides telling them whatever they're telling them. And they are saying that the war up here is coming down here. And I'm like, I'm not, no. The war already happened. Sorry, the WAR already happened. It's over. Nobody's nobody. And when I talk to people like myself who are all up there like that, they're like, nah, we're way past that. That's what we've been doing for the past 2 years. This is what we've already been doing it. We've already been doing the work. 2 or 3 days ago, we anchored in the light that had already put us to a tipping point. And what's so dope is that I actually saw 2 reels of other people who tapped in and see this, and they confirmed it. So at this juncture, people who are actually doing the grid work and knowing what's going on, we are literally anchoring in, so that I want to say so that the split remains. I don't know how else to put that. Because the earth as we know it has already evolved. It's already changed. We're not where we were. We're not acting on the same. We're acting on the same dumb principles, but we're not. I'm talking about the 3D principles, not divine law. So these people are just playing their own silly little game, like little boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Mama took all their toys away. Do you understand? So now they're just like, oh, well, I still got this one. I'm gonna, blah 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 blah. But the beings on this planet would never allow. God ain't gonna allow that shit. We're beyond that, y'all. We're beyond it. So let's just stay. That's why I say there's endless possibilities. Even with all what I'm saying, if the collective, talk about the whole world, y'all, decided that they wanted to pay attention and to start going that other direction, they can. That's a possibility. But I will say, we would be checked out faster by a different, not on our own. We'd be taken out by other people, because the other beings on this planet it disrupts the universes if we play too hard. They're not going to allow that. And I'm using choice words. I'm not giving you all the things, but I'm just saying we don't have to keep our energy towards that. It's not to be in la la land like people are not dying. Okay, yeah. They are, but we do not. But they've always been
all over.
Okay,
all over. These
are energies, and these are souls that decided to come into this performance at this time for this particular scene. Okay, keep that in mind. And it's not to suggest that we should not have compassion. We shouldn't be helping. We shouldn't give our praises and give our love to all involved, including us, who have the option at this juncture to be out here like this. Hey, what's up?
Tapping the screen.
Tap that screen. Okay, instead of running away for our lives. We don't take anything for granted. We give what we can in terms of energy, and that's why I say, do not give your attention and energy to the wrong thing. So that you can transmute that shit and help.
Exactly. It's about paying attention to the stories that we're being told versus what is being told to us.
Exactly.
They're always going back to you doing this energy, they're always going to literally spoon feed you how they want you to feel. And same, unfortunately, with the tropical astrology, they're going to unconsciously feed you the energy that they want you to practice, that they want you to play out for their scenery. So already, because this software is choosing specific dates, I bet there's a whole bunch more things that I could find, knowing that it's probably the same things that people are always going to be bringing up, but we have to be paying attention to the energy that is before or a little bit after to really tune in to what's being mirrored. Hello, mirror. Is this saying star?
Wow.
The mirror. Either way, the mirror is here. Okay, Crystal Phoenix.
That's a fact.
Okay.
I do want to say gratitude, and just for those that are on the live now, even if we just chose for 1 second to agree that whatever's happening outside of us, we are sending the highest light, the highest love, the greatest love, the source love and light to that situation, so that we can be on our highest timeline as a collective. It takes 2 seconds, right? So if you're in agreement with that, put a 1 in the chat. And it's that simple. It's that simple. If you're in agreement with being on the highest timeline for yourself, your family, and the collective as a whole, just put a 1 in the chat. We send out the most love to everyone that is affected, to those who are, because we are all going to be affected to some degree. We're affected because we're even talking about it. Okay? It's about balance, you guys. It's not about all this love and light, hokey dokey bullshit. It's about balance and understanding how the energy works on our planet. That those particular energies in that space, they are sitting on ley lines that do this for a reason. It's not a oops. You know?
Yeah, and it's not a punishment either. It doesn't mean that people deserve it either. And it's important for people to understand that and know that You know, this is the timeline that we have chose based on our specific placements. But also what I learned from another spiritual guide some years back when other stuff was happening, she was reflecting that, you know, these souls that end up living in these countries where they end up having a lot more of this contraction or WAR, they are also people that are clearing up their own karma much quicker because they chose that timeline to be to fix or to heal, not fix, but to heal that opposite energy to what they may have done in the past. So it doesn't make any of this wrong or bad. Have the compassion. See it, but don't let your energy get wrapped up into it. It's the same as with all these protests sometimes on the street. The best use of my energy is not to be on the street. What I can do is sit here in prayer and send and connect from a heart space and send out energy that way. Sometimes we are looking at how we show up for other humans by being sacrificial, and we don't need to do that.
No, not at all. Not at all. That helps nobody. Well, then we'll all be dead.
Literally no one. And the energy of protesting the way that they want people to protest is also beneficial to their narrative and their story, so that they can then put more control on how you get to move around in your life. So all of us are different puzzle pieces to the masterpiece, and we get to all play a different role. We all have magic. We all have our own connecting to some of this energy that is regurgitated. If you scroll on like 5 astrologers and healers and spiritual people, and they're all saying the same thing, tap out of it.
Tap out.
Even for the full moons and the new moons, just type into Google sidereal full moon, sidereal new moon. Matter of fact, get the star app. There's 2 star apps that I like to use, Skyview and Star Walk 2. That will show you exactly where the sun is, exactly where the moon is. And there's also, I always forget the name, I think it's Moon Phases and Calendar, where that's just going to show you the sun and the moon and how that navigates through each of the tropical, even the sidereal, as well as the astronomical sky. It makes no sense for any of us to be in a fixed system when we are moving, right? So pay attention to the energy of what everybody else is trying to fix you in, okay? That fixed energy being projected in fear and scarcity, with your emotions constantly fluctuating. We're not all ruled by the moon, so we shouldn't be shifting every single time something gets shared on social media. And that's this Gemini energy, okay? Gemini is all about our communication, our learning, our mind. So what better way to play with all of those things by constantly putting a specific vision on the television or program on the television for you to align to. Television, tell a vision. But whose vision is it? Is it one that actually feels good in your body? Probably not. Even on this app, how many times have they told us that they're going to remove since January 20th? We have been in this fluctuation. Technically January 19th, that was the last day of the True Sagittarius portal, the beginning of Capricorn. So of course they're putting all these rules. Has TikTok been the same since we came out of that? No. And then when did they say other stuff is going to happen? Oh, that was June 19th. That's the last day of Taurus, control. That's also the last moment of Dumpy Trumpy's chart. And mind you, he's not the main person that's in control, but the things that are aligning to him and his work and how he shows up in the public eye, it's very aligned. Even he has, I believe, Mercury and Gemini, so be mindful of literally the things that are coming out of his mouth in this next time and space. Pull back your energy from everything. Matter of fact, maybe during this time, literally tune in and tap into your own wisdom.
That's it. Yo, we had all water cards. Look, the creators is on the bottom. Bang. Sit down and create your own shit. Create your own world. Just, look, cleanse and release. Release. Let go.
And if you need help, we have other opportunities. If you need help with the clarity, if you do, We're not saying come to us, but if you do desire the clarity, we are here. We have visions and values. We have our mini deeps. Deep is literally an hour and a half session. That's not so many.
Not
But
so many.
because the time is split between the two of us, where we would normally do an hour session with people, that's why it's mini deep. But it's really a powerful, in my personal opinion, offer that people get to experience. Okay?
That's facts.
There's no pressure to come to us, but also whether it is us or someone else, go to the people that you actually trust, where your frequency is aligned to what they're saying, where it doesn't make you feel fear. You know, even when people say, "Oh, they're God fearing," the fuck, I ain't scared of no God. Why should we be afraid of God?
That is so strange to me. That is so strange. Hi. That bird literally almost smacked me in the face. That's how.
It was like, oh yeah, you talking about God? Yeah. Why are you fearing God?
I'm fearing my
That
God.
rhetoric that is projected in religion is ridiculous. Oh, he's a God-fearing man. Oh, so he's scared of himself too?
That's called a B. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I apologize.
That's weird. It's weird that you're fearing God. God isn't picking and choosing who gets to deserve anything, but also we all get
understand. Do you know how God works? Do you know how God works? You cannot know how God works if you're putting limitations on him and making him giving him emotions like humans. That ain't gonna happen. This shit is weird, y'all. Think about it.
That has always been
Well,
my
the one that created all this shit, are you gonna say he has a fucking human emotion and human features? And it's just weird. What? So I just you gotta be flabbergasted with that one. Y'all be out here for real. I be wanting to just give you, and I be thinking to myself like, it's all good, like you know what I'm saying, like it's chill, no, it's fine. But no, it's not. It can't be fine anymore, y'all. We can't keep making shit fine and okay and sweeping shit under the rug. That's why we're here where we're at. We're not meant to be bowing down and giving homage and honor to nobody but ourselves. We give reverence, we uplift, we acknowledge. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to give them our all. What do you mean?
Because guess what? The only person that is getting is the pastor that's preaching that in the church that is always
that spiritual guru,
so that they never have to pay taxes because they're actually in business with the government. It's just giving. We are in a really sticky illusion, and especially melanated folks talking to us skin folks, okay? They got us. They really got us. They got our ancestors really, really good. And some of us are here to break those cycles and patterns. But it is with you finding your own truth and feeling into your own system to know what actually felt in alignment or not for you. Sometimes what is being reflected, even with our elders, they might not have felt safe enough to actually speak up for themselves. And the religion has been practiced for so long that they don't know another way, and the resistance of their own child can cause their own system being frazzled. Okay, their own nervous system would have to realize that they've been lied to their entire life. So have compassion. Ooh, thank you. Thank you for getting I don't even know what those are called, but helping me get to my goal. Is that what they are? My goal?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
But like really and truly, like paying attention to what no longer needs to be serviced in yourselves.
Just be happy, y'all. Like, just be happy, y'all. No, it's more than that. What I mean by that is serve yourself first. And that's hard. That's very difficult. But just give it to yourself. I mean, look, I'm not even here to tell people not to do their own religious practices or whatever they want to do. That's fine. Do what you're going to do. Just think about why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Take yourself, just sit and think about what it is. And I say this even more to the spiritual community than anybody else. Because religion is going to be what it is. It always is that. people are tied to whatever they want, and that's fair. We need that. We need them. Like,
What we're saying with energy. It is that
yeah,
Sagittarian energy where you get to
that's
tap
right.
into your own belief systems, your own philosophies, your own wisdom in relation, and your own truth in relation to the things that you may have studied. Maybe there is some parts of whatever you've been taught from your professors that is beneficial. And
There's,
also pay attention to what is fully true within that.
there are gems in the Bible. You can find a gem anywhere. Trust and believe. You can find a gem in the Satan's Bible. He got gems too. Cause guess what? Yeah, they the same beast. They the same person. It's just different perspectives. That's it. But they both have gems. I'm separating them just for effect, even though they are the same.
Gems, and it's funny because gems, Gemini, it's like the
Come on,
information that
come
you
on.
are receiving within and reading between the lines within the text,
Or the
what's
people that
hidden in the text,
these big,
what's the truth.
yeah. And what are these big number
Accounts.
accounts telling y'all? What they saying? Are they making you think different? Are they putting you first? Just think. I'm not saying do anything, but this is the time to
Use critical thinking. Like, we're in Gemini. We're not in Cancer. So remember that until July 16th. We are in Gemini. Anything that you see on the news, use your discernment.
Gemini. Would I lie to you? Would I lie to you, honey?
I'm going to look at July 4th real quick.
Oh, I would love to do. I always like to do things on those holidays to like transfer the energy. Come
Yeah.
out of Cancer now. All right, y'all. I really have to go. Oh,
Okay.
Empress.
Gotta be before the Mercury retrograde. Golly, see, this is why I can't keep up because it's always something. Our day, every day, and okay, Mercury retrograde starts.
Thank you, Amy.
Look at that. Mercury retrograde starts literally
On the 14th.
It's the day after Gemini. When Gemini starts on the 17th of July. Wow.
Gratitude.
So thank you so much, Empress, for being here.
Yeah, I'm out.
Thank you, Noni, for being here. Thank you, everyone.
All right, I'll see you guys soon.